So welcome back everybody to the R44 YouTube channel. Today is a quick install guide on the new JQ Works magnetic paddle shifters. So new box, first of all, come in, open the box, you get your warranty card, you get new packaging throughout, and then you get the paddles. So what we're gonna do is show you quickly how to assemble the paddles, how to remove your current steering wheel, fit the paddles on your wheel, and then put them back on the car pretty much. And it's just, now, previously they came all assembled in the box, now they come disassembled. So I just want to kind of highlight how to assemble it and get it installed as quick as possible. But what we're going to do is remove the steering wheel from the car. We'll show a bit more detail when it's on the bench, but we use a flathead screwdriver, ideally about 5mm in width. Put it in, you want to feel for the spring. It's quite hard to feel. The bigger your screwdriver, the better. You'll feel it, and then you'll pop the airbag out. Always recommend removing the positive or the negative terminal from the battery before doing so. And you can always find these holes. There's a little line on the steering wheel. This steering wheel's already been retrimmed and removed before. So we're just gonna remove it again, and then once it's done, use your flathead, push down on this little tab for the airbag and pop it out. Again, the same with all the other connections to the steering column. Just use your flathead to just push open the clip, and then you can remove it. Once all done, get your, I think it's T60 bit there, or not even, maybe, T60. All right, so let's get this thing's prepping. So inside the box, you obviously have two boxes. You've got the set of paddles, and you've got the set of bits and bobs pretty much. Modules. So these are the new kind of designed modules with the adjustable height. First thing first, compare your heights. They come set from the factory, just make sure they've set them symmetrical. That's good baseline. So these are set good. We'll move the paddles, we'll open this box up. Whoa. Beautiful paddles, so they come nicely packaged. Open them up. So you got your left and your right. Big thing, I'll keep mentioning it. You got a plus on here. This needs to go to the plus on there. You can see there's a countersunk holes. These are for the screws. So just while you're assembling and organizing, just set things up ready for when it actually gets going. Let's open this. There you go. So we'll just remove that. So now we've got some small screws. These are going to connect the modules to the paddles. So pour those out. Keep them. They've given us some spare because obviously if you need to change them. You've got two screws here. These longer screws are for connecting the modules to the steering wheel. So put those aside, and you get two Allen keys. One's an Allen key, and that's for adjusting the paddle, the height once it's fitted, and one is a Torx screw for connecting the module to the paddle. So again, make sure plus, you've got the countersunk in there, connect it, put it in there, so, and then just slightly tighten, don't over tight yet. You want to go repeat that on both sides. A little bit fiddly. You can put a bit of Loctite maybe on these, but as long as you wrench them up nicely, they should be fine. So now you can use the angled bit and just torque them up a little bit. Nothing too crazy. You can definitely feel when it is tight and you're good to go. So now that's done, plus to plus. So important because soon you'll do all this hard work and then you'll go to shift and it will shift down instead of up. Again, just put that in. And then again, torque these up. So now we're gonna remove the original paddles. This car's actually got JQ paddles already on the car. So you get two extra screws, keep them safe because if you've cross-threaded them or anything in the future, this is the G series. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna gain access to the paddle connections. I'll just get myself some little pliers, like so. So like that. And then what you're gonna do is disconnect your current paddles. If they're a little bit tight, use a flathead screwdriver, a very small one, and you can get in between the connection and the paddle and just kind of open it up to then pull it apart. They are a bit fiddly, especially when they're brand new cars. You can see, I'm just gonna put a little bit of flathead in there. And there you go, you unclip them. So that will just unclip them. So they are a bit fiddly, do not pull them. The reason I could obviously give that a big pull and get them apart, but what happens, especially on the older F-Series cars, you can literally rip these cables straight out of the plug. So that's that. You then, I've already got some JQs on this car already, so I'm then gonna use an Allen key fixing. So I believe this is a 2.5 to get the current paddles off. We'll just get inside there. So we'll loosen these off. If it's the previous car, it'll be a Torx T25 and pretty much like an OEM paddle shifter. So we'll just do that. Pull that through. So that's removing your current paddle. That's the previous generation JQ. This is the new generation. The main difference is you've now got a press insert for the carbon. You've then got the kind of OEM recesses that on the back of the G series paddles, and then on the Plus, you've got the kind of protruding ones, whereas the older generation is just one piece of carbon. So quite nice. I think these are beautiful, very classy. So reinstallation, again, feed this back through the hole, put it into place, give it a wiggle, move it around, make sure it's all sat in correctly. Then go through with the 2.5mm Allen key. So like so. And just thread it. My little technique is don't always push this all the way into the steering wheel. You can leave it back a little bit. Make sure the screw's threaded in nicely. So I've put a couple rotations on the screw, and now you can see it's connected nicely. It's still loose. Now you can sit it perfectly on the back and now thread this in. If you try and force the screw in while the JQ's in, especially when you've got like an extension like mine that's not completely direct, you can cross-thread the paddles and then you're screwed and you'll need new ones. Obviously that's not covered under warranty, but JQ does have a lifetime warranty, so it's quite cool. So once you're in, tighten it up. What I would do then is play around with them, get them moved in, have a feel, and then go back in and give them another torque up. Again, don't go too crazy because you don't want to thread it. There you go. So I'm going to leave them like that. That's how to install them. We're now going to shoot the before and afters or a couple photos, and then we will just quickly install the right hand side paddle, and then from there we'll reinstall it and show you what it looks like.